Okay, so let's get right into it. We're talking about a massive problem and an even more impressive solution. We've got one of the world's biggest airlines, Turkish Airlines, staring down a 7 billion euro threat. How did they not just survive it, but actually turn it into a 3 billion euro advantage? Let's unpack this. Right. Here's the big question that hangs over this whole story. How on earth does an airline stay profitable when its fuel bill, just the fuel, is a whopping 7.2 billion euros a year? I mean, that number is just staggering. It feels impossible, right? Well, as you're about to see, they found a very, very clever way to fight back. But first, before we get to the solution, we really need to understand the sheer scale of Turkish Airlines. This isn't just some regional player. We are talking about a true global powerhouse. Just look at their reach. It's incredible. They fly to more countries than any other airline on the planet. From their hub in Istanbul, they've built this massive web that connects pretty much everywhere. And that global network, that's a huge piece of their success story. And to run this giant operation, they've got a modern fleet of almost 500 airplanes crisscrossing the globe every single day. The scale is just immense, and honestly, very few airlines can even come close to competing with that. So all of that size and reach, it's translated into some serious success. We're talking a record profit of over 4 billion euros in a single year. By any metric you can think of, they are a massive success. But you know how it goes. Every great story has a villain, and Turkish Airlines was facing a really big one. So what is this villain? Well, in the airline business, there's always one bad guy that keeps CEOs up at night, and that is the huge, completely unpredictable cost of jet fuel. And this chart really tells you everything you need to know. Fuel accounts for almost a third of their total operating costs. Think about that. Nearly 30 cents of every euro they spend just goes to fuel. It's this giant, unavoidable expense that can spike at any moment and put the entire business in jeopardy. And here it is, the big, scary number. 7.2 billion euros. That's what they have to shell out for fuel every year. It is a monumental hurdle. So, what do? How do you even begin to solve a problem that big? Well, their solution was as powerful as it was clever. They decided to build a world-class ancillary revenue engine. This was their big countermove to fight back against that crushing cost of fuel. Okay, so ancillary revenue, what is that? It sounds kind of corporate-y, but it's really simple. It's basically all the money an airline makes from stuff that isn't the ticket itself. You know, when you pay extra for more baggage or to pick your own seat or to get a better meal on the plane. That's it. It's all the add-ons. And this right here, this is where you see just how brilliantly their strategy is paying off. Just look at this comparison. They are crushing other major long-established airlines. They're making almost double what American Airlines makes from these add-ons, and significantly more than a huge European rival like Lufthansa. This shows you it isn't just a side hustle for them. It is a core part of their financial strategy. So how are they pulling this off? Well, the two heavy hitters are what you'd expect. Fees for extra bags and for seat selection. Together, that's a huge slice of the pie. But they're also super smart about upselling people to their popular premium economy seats and using their app and loyalty program to bundle these offers right when you're booking. It's really slick. And here is where it all comes together. This is the payoff. In 1 year, their fuel costs shot up by 15%. Ouch. But look at the other side. Their ancillary revenue grew by an incredible 28%. You can literally see their strategy acting as a direct counterweight to their single biggest expense. And the bottom line? It's just amazing. This strategy was so effective that it canceled out 43% of their entire fuel cost increase. This is way more than just a little extra income. It is fundamentally what keeps them so profitable. But this much success has created a brand new and very tricky problem. So now Turkish Airlines finds itself at a crossroads. Their brilliant solution has worked, maybe a little too well, and now it's created a whole new set of high-stakes challenges that they have to deal with. Here's the bind they're in. The more you charge for things that people used to get for free, the more you risk making your customers angry, right? Then there's the risk of regulators, maybe in the EU, deciding to crack down on these so-called junk fees. And maybe most importantly, Turkish Airlines has built this amazing premium brand. But if you keep adding charges, do you start to feel less like a luxury airline and more like a budget carrier? So this is the choice sitting on the CEO's desk.
It's a tough one. Option 1, accelerate. Double down on this ancillary strategy, push for even more profit, but accept the higher risk of damaging the brand and attracting unwanted government attention. Option 2, moderate. Pull back a little, protect that premium brand image, but leave yourself way more exposed the next time fuel prices inevitably spike.
So, now I'm turning it over to you. Put yourself in the CEO's chair. You've seen the data, you know the risks. What would you do?
It's a simple question, but the consequences are absolutely massive for the future of the airline. Do you hit the accelerator on a strategy that is printing money, or do you ease off the gas to protect the brand you've worked so hard to build? So what's the verdict? Do you double down on ancillary revenue, a strategy that is a proven financial winner, or do you play the long game, diversifying your approach to protect the brand at all costs? It's that classic business dilemma, right? Short-term profit versus long-term stability. What path would you choose?